Therefore, even the Seventh-day Adventist Church, you understand Ted has admitted you are the remnant church. Some of you believe in, then the SJ Church, the Seventh-day Adventist Church, is saved for the first resurrection. And Ted is saying no. You still have to become Tedian enough, to enormously Tedian. Like the early Christians were. It's going to take enormous risk. You're going to have enormous security problems. You're going to have enormous courage. You're going to have enormous tenacity. You're going to have to really show bravery. You're going to have to do enormous things for Ted, like the early Christians. And the first resurrection, then, of your relatives, dead relatives, remember, or ancestors, if you're Tedian enormously, maybe for some others, a little bit here and there, if you're Tedian enormously, they can be saved for the first resurrection for something, arrange the next life. From 100 years to 700 years maximum. Some with grown old curse, still. First coming went terribly, this coming is going terribly. It is definitely not happy. Seventh-day Adventist Church, Michael did what did get through past the Romans and the Caesars and the secret Caesars and the holy, quote-unquote, Holy Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, then the Holy Roman Empire, and the Vatican and popes and the Roman Catholic Church. What did get through was much of this from Michael, and Michael whitewashed God enormously, and Michael whitewashed Jesus enormously, Christ, and was into whitewashing to the point where people believed God and Jesus were sinless, and then did not try to set enough records straight, and did not try to set up this coming enough. Ted is having to get over enormous hurdles right now, and the hurdle race is long and the hurdles are tall, and Ted is having to get over these hurdles to get Tedians and get enough Tedians and get Teddy movements really started. And he's having enormous opposition. He's having drastic opposition. Ted is having terrible opposition problems. Therefore, Seventh-day Adventist Church, some of you, maybe even secretly, enormously secretly, thinking, oh great, the entire Seventh-day Adventist Church is saved in the first resurrection. It is not going to be saved, the entire Seventh-day Adventist Church in the first resurrection, not even a small fraction. You have to be enormously Tedian enough to have your dead relatives or ancestors saved, because this coming went terribly to Y2K. Therefore, Y2K and past, this is what Ted judged, and he's still judging it. Even if you are a Roman Catholic and become an enormous Tedian, he's going to hit the Roman Catholics hard. There's virtually going to be no Roman Catholics for the first resurrection. Virtually no Sunday keepers. It's going to hit them quite hard too. You think you can just blatantly, even what you had in current Roman Catholic scriptures, you think you can just blatantly change the Sabbath to Sunday and do this? And Ted's going to let you get off? A Ten Commandment that was written, not even a jot or tittle was changed by Jesus? No, he's not going to let you get off this easy. You did it again and again and again and again and again, week by week by week. It's like basically, calling it the Jewish Sabbath. Jesus was Jewish. Don't forget, Jesus was Jewish, and Ted is Jewish. Call it the Jewish Sabbath. Call different things Jewish, like we're really anti-Semitic to flat out Nazis, so we're gonna, kind of like say it's a Jewish Sabbath, because we don't really like Jews. Jesus was Jewish. Don't you forget it. Ted is Jewish. Don't you forget it. Your racism and your anti-Semitism to Nazis is also going to get you lost. Or, we don't call it lost now, erased. Eternal death. To something down the hill to Hades. You better become enormous Tedians and show courage, bravery. Do enormous work. Put enormous effort into this. Start showing some evidence of Tedians on the internet. Start really pushing some Teddy movements. Get something accomplished. Get some Teddy movements moving. That Ted can find them on the internet with internet searches. And secure how much of Ted's information you can. And become Tedian scribes. And make sure this carries forward in the future. How accurately possible, with all the originals carrying forward too. Everything original carries forward. The original writing, the original internet site development, original video clips, original photos, how original possible, before it's all hacked down, and modified, and edited, and altered, and changed, and who knows what's going to happen? Who knows how it's going to look in 1,000 years or 2,000 years from now? Who understands all this effort Ted put into this, what it's going to look like in 1,000 to 2,000 years?